All right, we're back.
All right.
We are back on the J Talks. Today's what?
Show. Relationship show.
Yes,
relationships.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, we're back on the J Talks. Today's relationships show.
Back from the Thanksgiving Day. Hope everybody had a blessed Thanksgiving. Enjoying family, friends, and good food.
Family, friends, and good food. Did you get stuff?
I did. You know, like the kind of stuff where you still got a lot of food at home. You was like, I don't even want no more today.
Oh, it was like that?
And you go and get something else.
It was like that?
Yeah, Jay. Yeah. So, yeah, it was like that. But it's great to be back on the show. Good to be here. And looking forward to the next holiday season. Everybody y'all got y'all dinners planned for Christmas yet? I just wanted to know what you was having. Maybe I can get some ideas. I don't know. So I'm just thankful to be back on the show, Jay. And as always, we always have a great time on the show, sharing, some information. Sharing information, just having new ideas. And so I love this form. I love this background. And I just been loving the topics that we've been talking about. And it wasn't until I actually started being on the show, Jay, that you reminded me, and it's so true, that any relationship that you have with somebody else is a relationship, no matter what it is.
Right,
so that's a great concept.
So, Mimi.
That's right, Miss Debbie. Can y'all hear me?
You have a good Thanksgiving?
Can y'all hear me?
Oh, we got you.
Okay, because I got both your...
Yeah, all right. So how was your Thanksgiving? How was your Thanksgiving? All right.
It's good to have you back on the show, Miss Mimi.
It's good to be back. Thank you. Everybody have a good holiday?
Yes. How was your Thanksgiving?
Oh, it was good.
Good food.
All right.
Good food. Yes. It was not the best food. Of course, I didn't get one of Jay's famous turkeys this year.
Oh, okay.
First time I didn't in at least 5 years.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I ain't gonna rub it in, Miss Mimi.
Oh. Well, you still got Christmas. All right.
I'm gonna jump before that, though.
You trying to advertise me on my J Turkey?
You said what you said.
On my J Turkey.
Oh my God. I'm gonna have
since you gonna put it out there,
the rest of my life.
All right. Since you gonna put it out there, I was trying not to tell everybody, but since you gonna put it out there, Jay has 13 different flavors of turkeys. It's almost like, being at Baskin Robbins of turkeys. All right. For more information, just go to the page on Facebook of Jeff Jerkins, and you'll find more information about the J Turkeys. All right.
Yes.
Okay. But I think people are tuning in because they want to hear a topic today.
The topic today, Jay.
I think they want to hear a topic.
Yes. Absolutely.
All right. And the topic today is, so what did you think was going to happen? I mean, like, really? What did you think was going to happen?
Yeah.
I mean, I need to set the stage again.
Yeah, come on, Jay. You might as well.
Okay.
Let's get into this thing.
All right. I'm going to set the stage a little bit. Just a couple of things to think about. Because this can cover... This is pretty broad right here. All right. But I'm just going to give a couple of things. All right, now, have you, anybody, listening, anybody on the panel, ever known anybody to have unprotected promiscuous sex? I mean, they regularly having sex, all right? All right, and they have the capability of becoming pregnant. Either the female getting pregnant or the male getting, okay, all right. So, and then eventually,
like that.
right, and then eventually, in other words, like we be saying, taking risks, that's what we be saying, right? And then eventually, they find out that they were pregnant. I said they, all right, because it takes two to make it happen.
Yes.
All right, even though I know you could go surgically get it done, but it really takes two, all right, naturally. And they find out that they're pregnant. Yeah, I'm gonna have a little bit to say about that day part in a little bit. And then after they find out, they look at all surprised, dumb. They get angry, depressed, disappointed, and then they want to say, how did this happen? Me? There's no way I could be pregnant, right?
Oh, okay.
I can't get pregnant right now. This can't be happening.
Oh,
all right.
Okay.
What did you think?
What did you think was going to happen?
Or maybe you might know somebody that might be speeding, I mean, just really high speed, especially going 20 miles or so over the speed limit. They get pulled out over by a cop. They see the blue light. The first thing they're like, oh man, I can't get a ticket right now. I can't afford no more tickets. Like, okay, now what did you think was going to really happen, right?
Do it 75
right.
65.
Right.
Yeah.
You thought that was about this one.
Yeah. Or maybe, there was a function that needed, everybody to play their part. Maybe, it was something like everybody give like $20 or $30 each. And let's say it was 10 people. And they were going to get this big food, some kind of eating gathering, but it was going to cost each person this much, and it had to be, everybody had to give their part to make it happen.
Yeah.
But only half of them do it, and then it gets canceled, and then you find even the one that didn't give nothing be complaining like, why we ain't having the gathering?
Right.
Why we what? Like, really? What you think was going to happen? Really? Because you didn't.
I remember you coming to me, offering me your money for this, because we said it was going to be a joint effort. What you thought was going to happen?
Right.
What did you think was going to happen, really?
So, so let's roll with it.
Let's roll with it. Because it's so often that people create scenarios and situations.
That's true, yeah.
And then when the consequences and repercussions surface, they act surprised, like, why is this happening to me?
Absolutely.
We all know somebody, at least one person, like that. And that does it over and over again. Series of bad choices.
Yep. Bunch of them.
One that we hear about it from our friends and associates on Facebook. We see it on TV. The scenario where you have, say, a husband and wife. Okay. And the husband, whatever reason, the wife even, or convinces the other for the person to enter the bedroom. I just want to try it one time, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Where it becomes like a threesome scenario. Again, so the husband and wife, let's say they allow a woman to come into their bedroom. And then next thing you know, weeks, months down the line, both missing. The husband missing and the friend. Like a fool. And what do you want to say to her? Well, what did you think?
Right.
And let me tell you, there's a lot of people out there doing that.
Yeah. And there's a lot of relationships getting messed up over that one right there.
Wow.
Inviting an extra person. And it's not just a female, a female friend. I've seen it where a male came in, where the husband allowed a male to come in, and it still was a threesome. But
wow.
Yep. But what they call
it? Did the male turn up missing with the husband, or did the male friend turn up missing with the wife?
With the wife. With the wife. However, there are some factual stories where the two males came up missing.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Wow.
Because there are some relationships. This is just, you folks, y'all go fact check this. I'm just giving y'all some history out there. Present day history. Now, this is not latter day. This is what's going on. You can find this. It's hidden information, but closet information is what we call. But where we're more used to hearing where a third person, being the female, coming into a couple's relation, male and female. So it's what's called an FFM, female male. Okay, but there is also the MMF, male female, and there are some couples where the female has allowed the male to be bi. I know some females that actually married a bi male, knowing that they were bi.
Wow, yeah.
Okay. And the males hooked up in that extraordinary triangle, and the two males disappeared.
Okay.
Well, I mean, anything possible. I mean, because they're all kind of down on brothers walking around.
Wow.
Living double life. Lots of people live double life.
Right. I love that movie called Cover. That was a really good movie.
I've never seen it.
That great movie on presenting the realities of the down low.
Let me check that out.
Yeah, but it's a mystery too. It's a mystery movie
really
about somebody getting killed and all that. But it pulls out a whole lot of other information too.
Yes.
But yeah, there's a whole lot of things that that go along with this topic. I mean, stuff like you were just saying, Mimi, that the threesome, that triangle, and all that. I mean, you open up that door, that Pandora's box, and
somebody gonna walk through it.
Huh?
You open up that door, somebody gonna walk through it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yep.
But the one that I actually was thinking about earlier today is what I saw as a commercial on TV. And I know it's a job. Somebody's got to do it, is what I'm saying. But the people who are animal trainers and things like that, they go inside the cages with the lions and the tigers and stuff like that, and they keep them or whatever it is they do. And then one day, it used to be a show on called When Animals Attack, and then the animals attack, and they was like, well, that never happened before, and they're like, really serious? This never happened before. We've never had a problem with Simba, with somebody, his trainer going in there and not doing anything to him, and now today he done ate him up. Well, what you think was gonna happen? These are wild jungle beasts. Animals need to be in the wild, and you got them caged up. Sooner or later, they gonna snap.
Just like the famous alligator, what was it? Alligator? Crocodile man. Crocodile.
Steve Irwin. Irwin.
Yeah. They call him Crocodile Man.
I don't think that was him. He did more. Well, yeah.
I think it was called a crocodile.
Lay on top of the alligators and crocodiles and stuff.
I mean,
Steve Irwin.
I mean, yes, he was blessed to get away with a whole lot.
Yeah.
But eventually, what did you think was gonna happen?
Yeah.
One of them stingrays put that barb in them.
Yeah.
Right.
But in the instances of what we're talking about, I mean, when you see that situation for what it is, when you finally realize it, amen, like you said, Miss Mimi, a little while ago, when you finally realize it, and you see it's gonna go that way, if you don't want it to go that opposite way, then you need to stop it right then and there. You know, you need to cut that thing off. You need to head it off, because then it ain't gonna be what you want. It's not gonna be what you want.
Right.
But I tell you what, I'm full of them today.
Okay.
All right, here's one. All right, you done invited. Well, this is a twofold one. There's two different scenarios. I'll start with with one that's really. You don't even have to be married. You're just a couple, but you're in the same cohabitating in the same. You know, residence.
Okay.
And you bring your playmate, a stranger other, into your house, into where your mate lives, and you all carry on your affair
in the house.
Where your mate lives.
Yes.
And then when you get caught, it ain't what it looked like. But what did you think was going to happen?
Exactly. What did you think was going to happen? You know, some people still have not learned that you don't play in your own backyard.
Okay.
All right.
You know how many people got killed that way?
Please.
How many people whose lives have been lost because of that's serious. It's enough that you're right. Absolutely. You know, it's enough that you out there doing it, but then you gonna bring them to our house in our bed? Oh, MG. I'm just saying. What?
You know, I thought that was real funny on Tyler Perry's I Can Do Bad All By Myself the movie. And there was the guy Marcus J. White, Michael J. White, Michael J. White, and his wife on the, I can't think of her name, in the movie.
Right.
And you know, she was always accusing him of cheating and everything. And throughout the movie, they actually proved he wasn't cheating in the movie. Okay. But the wife was coming home one day, and the neighbor came to her and said, "You know, I keep hearing these strange noises in your bedroom on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 12 o'clock. Every Tuesday and Thursday, I hear sexual, erotic noises." And she thought it was her. She said, "So I want you to cut it." She's like, "That's not me." So she was really trying to accuse her husband. And they had and one day she decided to sneak in and thought she was going to catch her husband in the act on a Tuesday or Thursday at 12 o'clock. And she went in there with a gun and started unloading the gun in the air. Came to find out it was the gardener and the maid. But what did they think was going to happen? If they had been making that loud of noise.
It's somebody else's house like you at home.
I mean, properly 12 o'clock.
You know, so, another thing, that I thought about, I think we was talking about this a few shows ago. And I'm making light of it. I'm not going into the seriousness of it, because we know that it can be serious. But I'm really just trying to make a small, light gesture out of this, And so the thing is that like when you hit somebody, whether it's your maid, your husband, when you hit and what do you expect to happen when you hit? When you raise your hand to hit somebody, no matter who it is, really. But I'm actually talking about the relationship between a man and a woman, or a husband and wife. And then it really doesn't. But you haul off and you slap him, and in the same respect, before you can turn around, he slaps you back, and you standing there in complete horror, like, I can't believe you just hit me. What did you think what's gonna happen. Because see, now my thing is this. I was always taught, and my mother taught me and my brothers at the same time. This right here. If you do not want to be hit, then you don't hit. And that was it. So we understood that. So now, just because the man is not beating on you or anything like that, does not give you the right as a woman to put your hands on him. Because see, one day, in just whether he done got tired or whether it's reflexes, it's gonna come back and you ain't gonna like it. You get me?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You're right. Because first of all, that's crazy all the way around. Any way you look at it. Because see, I know better than to pick a fight that I cannot win. And there is no man that I know of that I have dealt with, I put it that way, that I feel confident that I could take. Therefore, I don't have to ever worry about him beating my behind because I'm never going to stand on you. It's never going to happen. I know better. Because at the end of the day, if I did, all I would hear from everybody I know is, what just think was going to happen when I'm sitting there with a black eye and cracked off.
Right.
You know, I know I can't win. I'm a hands-free. Hands-free individual when it comes to that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I got another scenario. Okay. Check this out. So, and this is actually a true situation too. I know a person that this happened to. A dear friend of mine, female friend, married, whatnot. I've been married for 2 years, probably at least 10. Definitely more than that actually, probably 15. But one of the situations where the husband, let's just say they got married, not necessarily for the right reasons. Okay? More so about money that she had and not necessarily about love. So in that, they was married. And her half-sister, for whatever reason, came and moved in with her. And when she told me this, of course I told her, if you also have never let a woman into your home, you married. Okay? So we were telling her time and time and time again. So, I let her. Long story short, her husband ends up having an affair with her husband in their house.
Oh, my God.
And the first thing I said to her, well, what did you think is going to happen? That ain't never a good scenario or situation for anybody. And in this particular situation, you're half-sisters. They did not grow up together. Had only been in each other's life for a couple of years. So there was no loyalty. So what did you think was going to happen? Yeah.
In a case like that, for me, let me just say this, and it's just my point. I mean, nobody else has to feel. This is just my respect of it, because I have a sister that my mother and father did not have together. My mother and father had 3 children, and my father went on and had 2 other children outside of his marriage to my mom. So, but even though me and my sister have a different mother, she's still my sister. I mean, I don't see like half brother, half sister or anything like that. That's my brother and that's my sister. Just like my 2 by my dad are. But in that instance, I think betrayal is betrayal, no matter who it's coming from. If you open up your home to somebody, whether it's your sister, cousin, friend, or whatever, and then that kind of thing happens, then I mean that's betrayal on the highest level.
Absolutely, because that's family. That's your spouse, and that's your sister. That's family. So yeah, that's betrayal on the highest level. And even though the 2 sisters had only known of each other or been in each other's lives for 5 years or less, nonetheless it's still betrayal. You're absolutely right about that. My thing is, I have 3 sisters, okay? Love them dearly. And none of them would ever do anything of that nature. But now, if I was married, ask me if I'm going to want to move in. Not happening. And that's because of them, it's just because it just ain't happening. The foundation for potential conflict or situation like that to rise. I just, say after to me and my friends, whatever, I wouldn't do it. Because then somebody will be saying to me, well, what did you think was going to happen? And it doesn't matter how good the relationship could be with the husband and the wife, okay? It's just, at the end of the day, it's temptation. For some men, it's just temptation. Not all men and dogs, a lot of them are. It's just temptation. It's just, well, it's there, why not? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some people think that way and act and behave that way.
Well,
is it ideal? No, but it does happen.
It's two-part, really. It's actually still partially, not as much on the woman, but there are women though that are making themselves available to tempt the man into that, I can tell you, there are several women that know the man got a mate or a wife or or a better half, as they put it. Know that, but still tempt them. And some folks, and I do not agree with this, but I've heard it being said. I just wanted to test to see if he would really cheat on my best friend. But you setting him up, coming on to him, making yourself, look erotically or pleasing to him and everything, seducing him, and you call yourself looking out for your supposedly best friend. Right. And so when he come on to you, after you done set him up and done worked on him and all that, there was a show I wish I could remember that movie. I mean, who's really the trifling person?
The dude is, and I'll tell you why, okay? Because at the end of the day, no matter what other people do, we are all responsible for our own actions. Right. Nobody has control over what any other one person does.
I agree.
And so, if that female in that scenario tempting this man, even if in her mind she'd say, I'm testing him for my girl. Or even if she wasn't, even if she was trying to get him, in her bed because she wanted him for herself. No matter what her motivation was, at the end of the day, he made the choice.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. He made a choice to participate or not to participate. And that is 100% and totally on him. Right. No ifs, ands, or buts. No, I was set up. Nobody made you do. Nobody put a gun to your head.
Right. Yeah.
So that's how that is.
Yeah.
I do realize your perspective as a male may be a little different than mine, Jay. I get that.
I don't see her as a best friend, though.
But yeah.
It doesn't matter about that. None of that's relevant. What's relevant is what he chooses to do or not to do.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Nothing else matters, because at the end of the day, I mean, just like with Adam and Eve, and I'm going to bring the biblical thing into it this time, because you know what it is, I'm going to do it this time. Adam and Eve in the garden, right? And Eve was the one that talked with the serpent and brought it to Adam to take a bite of the apple, the fruit, what have you. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah.
He made a choice to do that. Everybody can say, oh yeah, she persuaded him. Well, she did not control him. She didn't force his mouth open and shove that apple in it. He made a conscious choice to partake.
Okay.
So that is 100% on him. He could have told her, no, smacked the apple out of her hand, turned around and walked away. But he did not.
But
everybody. And
they
this
both
is one of the things I
condemned on
live
it.
by. I promise you. And if you really, really know me, those that do know I live by this. I hold people accountable for things they say, whatever come out of their mouth, and things they do. And if you do it, it's on you.
But you know, Miss Mimi, I agree with the point you just made about each person is responsible for their own actions. And while you were saying that, I was reminded of, you know, the things that happen in marriages. You know, whether it's the husband that's unfaithful or whether it's the woman that's unfaithful. But I'm reminded of that, and I say really toward the woman in this aspect, because when a wife finds out, you know, that her husband is cheating, whether she, you know, catch him with the woman or whatever, where women make the mistake at a lot of times, especially if this is your husband. If this is your husband, you make the mistake. Now, it's not to say that the woman is not responsible, because she is, but your husband is the one that said, I do. Okay? So now, and the reason I say this is that in this aspect, because the first thing that happens, most likely, when a wife finds out that her husband is cheating, she wants to go after the woman. For whatever reason.
And that's the wrong thing to do.
Right. She goes after the woman, and not saying that she's not checking the unfaithfulness with her husband, but the brunt of it comes from her going after the woman. That's my husband. You knew he was married. Yeah, maybe or maybe not, but your husband did. He knew he was married to you. He made the choice to marry you. He made this decision to be with this woman. So now,
she may not have known that.
Absolutely, she may not have. You know, so in a case like that, when we're talking about what did you think was gonna happen?
Right.
I'll tell you one of the things that's going on.
I'm not one of those to typically make excuses for people. Okay? So like that was a perfect scenario right there. The woman, typically we as women will find fault in other women before we'll find the fault in our mate.
Mm-hmm.
And that's wrong. And it affects our sisterhood.
Absolutely.
You know, globally. It really
Absolutely.
does.
It does.
It does.
Yes.
Because we as women, you know, we want a man or feel that we need a man in our life so bad that we make all kinds of excuses for their bad behavior.
Yes.
And we'll try and hold people accountable, anybody accountable other than him.
Absolutely. Well said.
We've been doing that for years.
Well said. Yes.
Well, I have another different view on this topic, and it's very prevalent on the news now. There's now the new presidential elect, Mr. Trump, that is, and during the election, they were saying that there were a lot of people that didn't vote. There was a lot of people that didn't vote. But after the election, immediately after the election, and then it's Trump that's the winner, then you have all these folk coming out, rioting, protesting, and everywhere saying Trump is not my president, and blah, 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 blah. But a lot of them, I don't know what the percentage they kind of figured, but there were a lot of them in those protests that didn't even vote. And they did not cast every vote counts. They didn't even vote, but they gonna get mad because they didn't want Trump.
But they didn't go.
There are many people say I don't like neither one of them, so I'm not gonna vote. But you really didn't want Trump.
Right.
You would have took Clinton over Trump if it was a draw. If it had to be. Yeah. So, but because you didn't vote. And your vote counted, what was elected was Trump. Okay.
Right. What?
Now you gonna get mad.
Right.
And you want something done about it, but you didn't vote.
But you didn't vote. Go on and say it, Jay.
That's right. Well,
So
they
what
can't, you
the
know, they
heck
can't do
did
nothing about
you
it
think
now.
was gonna
That's what
happen?
it is. Of course, I believe he cheated, but I ain't gonna get on that. That was the topic today.
Yeah. What the heck did you think was gonna happen?
Yeah.
I mean,
I tell you, you know what? Though, wait a minute. I can't let that go. I just can't let that go. What did you think was going to happen? I'm gonna tell you. Nobody, not even the Republicans, thought Donald Trump was going to win the presidency. And if you analyze it, for me, looking at demographics, looking at the Republican committee, the Democratic one, I still, because I'm an accountant and I'm a numbers person, I still, in my mind, cannot legitimately rationalize how this actually happened. There is, in my mind and in my opinion, there just is not enough groups or supporters for Trump out there to have pulled this off without some voter fraud, voter manipulation, just cheating. I just can't see it. You have every living president, Democrat or Republican, vowing not to support this man. Okay? I just don't see the support there where this actually legitimately happened.
well,
So, I mean,
I don't either, but I do know there are some certain factors that come in play that there were these closet voters like such as it was kind of opinionated that the percentage of the African American black folk will be superiorly low in percentage to vote for Trump. However, it shows that there were several, more than what was expected to be, undercover closet African American voters who voted for Trump. I mean, surprisingly number of African Americans who voted for Trump. When and then there were more Latinos that they didn't think it was actually opinionated that it would be like lower than the African Americans of Latinos that would vote for Trump. But there were more. There was a higher percentage than what was calculated that would vote for Trump that did vote for Trump. And because of that, and in anything that this topic deals with, it has to do with taking things for granted. Taking, being risky, taking it for granted. As if, it can't never happen. But if you take it for granted and don't do the proper steps and don't do the right thing, what did you think was going to happen?
If you take it for granted, that's right. So so when we talking about, we talking about this time, I mean, and it's so widespread, Jay and Miss Martin. It can go off into any detail, any aspect of life. We just and for me the most part is that it's important for me to remain and Miss Marcy and what you said, responsible and accountable for me. So now if I try to make a conscious effort toward being accountable for me, then then my life can be a whole lot better, because I think for the most part we experience a lot of stuff that we don't have to experience at our own hands. You get me when I say that? So we have to be, especially as we get older. Now I'm not saying that the young people out there, they probably can appreciate this, but especially as we get older, I just don't want that kind of stuff hanging on my mind. how could what did you think was gonna happen, Debbie? I mean, when you did that, or what did you think was gonna happen? I ain't got time for all that. I gotta go. I gotta move on to a more positive aspect. You get me, Miss Mimi?
Absolutely.
Let me just go home and put this our call in number. Folks, if you're listening to the show and you want to voice yourself, call in to the show call in number 931-220-7063. We want to hear what you have to say, all right? All right. Well, I know some things.
Well, I got another one.
Go, me, go.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I got like 15 no.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be able to cover them all, but I'm gonna say this one right here because, again, I'm gonna say I know this to be a true event that has happened. Actually, more than one person that I know. Okay, so there's a couple, male-female couple, and they decide, well, it's a male-female couple, and the female, she's traditional, a little uptight, sexually, you know what I'm saying? Traditional, whatever. And the male convinces her, as a favor to him, to make him happy, he convinces her to let's just go to the sex club, and let's just try it one time, where we, both take a different partner or whatever, or switch it up or this, that, and the other. And they go. And she actually likes it so much, she just can't stop. He has opened Pandora's box, a can of worms, and she just can't stop going, with or without him. He done brought the freak out in her.
Oh no, that was already there, Miss Mimi. They were just waiting. They just laying in wait. But I'm just gonna say this, and I was gonna try to. I wasn't gonna say it, but I'm just gonna say this. Because look, unless that is something that you sure, whether it's male or female, that you're not gonna have a problem with when that thing takes a turn. And I say when, not if. Because when that kind of thing happens, it's just only a matter of time. If you're going to be okay with it when it takes that turn. If not, if you think you're going to have any reservations about it whatsoever, then the best thing to do is not go there. Don't go there. Because a lot of people can't deal with that kind of stuff. And the reason I'm saying this with such conviction is because I'm one like that. First of all, let me just say this. I will share my house with you. I will share my food, my time, just about whatever it is I have, if I can, be an assist to somebody. But one thing that I'm not finna do, and this is just me talking, I'm not gonna share my man with nobody. Nobody. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not, So in saying that, if for anybody who like that kind of thing, you got to know who you are and know where you stand on issues like that. Y'all get that?
I do get that. Okay, I do get exactly what you're saying. In the scenario that I was describing, the situation was like what you said. I mean, I suppose there actually is some truth to that, because we don't always know exactly what we're capable of. Okay? Personally, I mean, get a scenario for a minute. Most people walk around and say, I'm not capable of murder or killing nobody. Okay? But you know what? Under the right set of circumstances,
yes, ma'am.
in the right situation,
yeah,
I believe we are all 100% capable of doing just that.
You said that.
Okay? So going back to what I was saying with this right here. in that situation with that young lady, she, was this somebody that was not about that life, never even really thought about it or whatever, and was hard to bring her to the point to get into his request. See what I'm saying? And so when she did it, it just opened that up to her.
Yeah.
And she just got caught up and lost in it.
Yeah.
So, I'm saying to him, well, hell, what did you think was going to happen?
What you think was going to happen, right?
Right, because you expose her to a completely different lifestyle she ain't never thought of or dreamt of. And wow, you wanted her to enjoy it. You wanted both y'all to enjoy it. She just happened to enjoy it more than you. What did you think was going to happen? Now you can't get her ass in the house at night. So, I mean, yeah.
I want to share something with parents and religious people. Parents and religious people. Okay. There in my former years.
I'm sorry, Jay.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry. Can I cut you off for just briefly kind of ask Ms. Debbie a question?
Okay.
I'm so sorry, but it's about her last comment.
Okay.
Before I commented, where she said she ain't sharing her man.
Not knowingly.
Not knowingly.
Yes.
You're absolutely right.
Okay.
So what you're saying to me is, if your man came to you and said he wanted to try this threesome thing or go to the sex club with you, say as a gift to him for his birthday, or just a one-time thing, and it would mean the world to him to have you be part of the last fantasy that he could ever actually fulfill without. Okay? He loves you. He's been with you for 25 years. Committed, married, gave you the world. And he asked this of you. You saying that you wouldn't do it?
That's what I'm saying. And I tell you why I say that. Because if we're in a committed relationship, marriage, whatever that thing is, you already know this about me. Because after all of that time, we've discussed it. We've had some kind of interaction about this particular thing right here. And you know how I feel about it. I've made myself perfectly clear. We got an understanding about that thing. Okay, so now you coming back to me, whether it's 10 years, 15 years, 20 years later, trying to persuade me that this is something that I should do when you already know how I feel about it. And on top of that, I'm going to even go a little bit further as to, say what you said. If you love me, or something along that line, you would do this because this is what I want to do. Well, you already knew how I felt about it 20 years before. Okay,
right,
so now...
Right, absolutely. I totally feel you.
Okay.
But I also know when you're with somebody for a considerable amount of time, people grow and change.
Yeah.
Okay? And what they may have been okay with 10, 15, 20, 25 years ago may not necessarily be the same today. Because, they desire and want different things. And at the end of the day, variety is the spice of life.
Okay, now.
And wait a minute. And wouldn't you rather your mate bring it to you and ask you to be a part of it than him to go behind your back and do it on his own?
Well, let me just say this, Miss Mimi. If that's my husband, then yeah, he better. And I'm not saying that as like I'm saying if you respect me enough as your wife and your mate, then yes, bring that to me. And let's sit down and we discuss this thing where we are. But let me just say this right here. And this is what I say, to the married. Nobody knows what happens behind your closed doors, your bedroom, your walls, or anything like that. But I am a firm believer that each other, the husband, the wife, is to do the things that are going to be pleasing unto their mate. If you married, do those things. And we ain't got to get into a long drawn out. That'd probably be another topic, but I don't even know how deep we can go with that. But do those things that's going to keep that spice, that's going to keep that alive. You know, do those things. Do those things. And then if you do that, is what I'm saying. Because see, I'm like this. I still believe that there are some lines that don't need to be crossed. Now, whether people do them or not, that's on them. But I'm a firm believer that there are some lines that don't need to be crossed. Because what you do is that you do open up that Pandora's box when things like that happen. But if you are loving each other, if you're feeling each other like that, your husband or wife, there is nothing as a husband and wife. Now there's a limit now. Don't get me wrong, is what I'm saying. But before then, that your husband should be able to ask you to do that you wouldn't do, as to keep the sex life, you know, in a way that's going to be exciting for the both of you. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
okay.
I got you. I feel you. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you at all.
Okay.
Not at all. I'm just, being the devil's advocate, I guess you could say.
Okay.
That's good. And thank you, Jay, for allowing me to interrupt you just to finish ask that question and finish that topic. So go ahead. Where you were going.
Oh, thank you very much, Mimi. Thank you so very much.
Yeah.
Look, I said thank you, Jay. I said thank you. I asked if I could interrupt you. I said thank you.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, like I said, to the parents and religious folk, okay? I like touching on all different kinds of views. Okay. In my former years, I had neighbors that was next door to me, or next door to me and my family, and the husband and wife were chronic religious people. I use the word chronic. Some people may say, can a person be overly religious? And there's a difference. You can't. I say yes, overly religious. You cannot be overly Christian. You're either Christian or not. Because Bible makes it very clear. You are. You're either hot or cold. You are either Christian or you're not. Okay. But as far as religion, you can be overly religious. So that's for folk who might want to put their hand up real quick. All right. And these people were over religious. Okay. Sometimes people who are very religious minded are not Christian minded. Okay. And with these folk being overly religious, they had kids. They had a son and a daughter. The daughter was the oldest. When we met them, the girl was 10 years old. And here she is, for 4 years, been knowing her. She grew, got to be 14. When we met them, we came to understand their way of life. The kids have, from the time of birth, and I use the daughter being the oldest, from the time of birth, never, and I say the key word never, all right, we were informed that they had never been out of the sight of their parents, except for going to a boarding school, a Christian boarding school, okay, and out, they go there, and they come straight back home, and they are in their parents' sight from that point to the next day. All right. In other words, on lockdown.
Right.
They didn't allow for people to other kids to come to their house to visit them. They were totally in isolation. Okay. So these kids, the only other connection with other kids was at the school.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, which it was a pretty strict school.
Mm-hmm.
And but that was the only connection. So here's this little girl turning into teenager, with some kind of idea of wanting to know some things about what's out there in society, right? Yeah. I'm not saying it had to be sex or what, but just wanting to know some things about what's out there in society. And actually, I have seen this in grown-ups who went through those same kind of situations, that they were in isolation from society all through their childhood years, and then once they became an adult and was out on their own, you know, and the parents who brought them up through that called themselves protecting them. All right, protecting them from society. And when these kids grow up and they get out of society, man, they are off the chain.
Yes. Yeah.
They are really off the chain. And I'm like saying to the parents, these parents that you call yourself now, you know, what do you really think is going to happen when they become an adult?
I don't think, you know, because in the parent aspect, even though, you know, when you on the outside looking in of a situation, you can see, you know, things a lot clearer. But I think for the most part, the parents don't think about it, you know, like that when the children are being reared up, you know, young from babies, you know, to children to each step. They don't think about it like that. They just really feel that at that moment that they're doing the right thing by keeping them, you know, protected, isolated from the world. But it is doing them an injustice. I mean, it really is when you just keep them shut off like that. You know, you have to be careful of that.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
So,
you have to be careful on that.
You know, and I don't know how much longer we got on the show, but let me just say this. I read a post and it's borderline, and this is, you know, for parents, since we're talking about, you know, parents. And I read a post of a young man that's in prison about to be executed, and he wrote a letter to his mother. And the letter sort of went, you know, something like, you know, when I was growing up and I did that first thing, whatever it was, stole a puppy, you didn't say nothing. You covered it up. And as I got older, I stole money from the neighbors' wallets and came home and told you, and you took me to the mall and we spent it. And then when I got older than that, I stole a car or something like that. And then you helped me take it to the chop shop and chop it all up. So anyway, and it got on down to him, you know, being in prison life. He said, these were his words. He said, and because you did not discipline me, because you let me do whatever it is I wanted to do and I didn't have no consequences, I thank you, Mother, because you're the reason that I'm in here. You're the reason that my life, you know, you gave me life, but now life is getting ready to be taken from me because you didn't do the right thing. And that is so deep. That letter was so deep to me. So, and I say this as parents, as, you know, as my last remarks, you know, you love your children prayerfully, hopefully you love them, but there has to be a structure to children's lives as they're growing up. You can be excessive in the I think a lot of times, for the most part, the discipline, or you can be excessive in the no discipline. That can come back to bite you if you're not careful. So let it be a balance, you know.
That's true. That's true. It's got to be a balance. Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it can be a balance. And you have any last words, Mimi?
What?
You have any last words?
Oh, I absolutely do have some last words.
Oh, okay.
As a matter of fact, I've gotten some emails and comments on Facebook because I did post it, from some people who were either couldn't call in or couldn't get through. And so I'm going to read some of these to y'all.
Okay.
Okay, they're very brief. Well, just one statement, but there's about 8 or 9 of them.
Okay.
Are y'all ready?
Yes.
On the topic, what did you think was going to happen? So you have some random people in your house visiting, constantly in and out, and your stuff comes up missing.
Uh-huh.
What did you think was going to happen?
Yeah.
You call out of work every Friday and every Monday. Then you find out you ain't got no job.
Right.
What did you think was going to happen?
Yeah.
You keep putting your relationship business on Facebook.
Right.
Then people start talking about how dumb you are for staying. What did you think was going to happen?
Yes, yes.
You keep talking all kind of smack and crap about people. This one, that one, and the other. And somebody finally got in your ass. What did you think was going to happen? You at the buffet 5 times a week.
Wow. Yeah.
And McDonald's on the weekend.
Uh-huh.
And you can't lose no weight.
Right.
What did you think was going to happen?
Yes, yes, yes.
You can't never go to your mate's house.
Mm.
Then you find out you the side piece. What did you think was going to happen?
Yeah.
You let your little girl twerk around the house all the time to Nicki Minaj videos while she growing up, and next thing you know, she on the pole.
Yeah.
What did you think was going to happen? And my final one, this one's from me. You keep letting your mate hang out with his best friend, who happens to be a female.
Mm.
Next thing you know, you the friend in that scenario. What did you think was going to happen?
What did you? That's good, Miss Mimi. Thank you.
I'll
Thank you.
cut it off.
Oh boy.
That's good. Those is good. Those is good.
All right, that sounds like my ignorant
Yeah,
jokes.
yeah.
All right.
Yes.
All right, Mimi,
Yes, Miss
you
Mimi.
bringing it back. You bringing it back.
Yes.
I need to bring my ignorant jokes back.
Well, okay. Thank you, Miss Mimi.
I
Appreciate
used to
it.
close out with that. All right, my last words is I think Mimi said a whole
Yeah,
lot.
she
said,
did.
She
Yes,
said
she
a whole
did.
lot. So I'm just
Yeah.
gonna sum it up
Yeah.
like this. When you take things for granted
Right.
and you just don't give it a good eye or good meditation about things, when you don't tell yourself the truth about things, and you go into whatever it is, picking a mate, investments, whatever, and you go into it without telling yourself the truth. If you go, I did say picking a mate, but I'm gonna say it a little different. If you go into a relationship and you see the character of the person before going into it, and you know it's not the kind of person
Yes.
you done seen them trifling with other folks.
Right. That's
But
true.
you go into it thinking you can change the person.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We all do that.
All right. Oh, yeah. Whatever it is, you got money, you got car, you got a house, whatever. You got materialistic things, or you got sex appeal, whatever it is. You think is going to persuade them to make the change in character. Okay.
Yeah.
And you like I said, number one, taking things for granted. All right, not telling yourself the truth. And when it comes back to you, the way your expectations were set up different, and it's different. What in the world did you think was going to happen?
That's true. Yeah.
So,
yes.
all right, folks. So I guess we better get on out of here because somebody gonna be like, Well, what did you think was gonna happen? We ain't gonna
We
stay
stay
on
on
here
all
all night
night
with
with
you.
you, yeah.
So I guess we gonna stay
Bye-bye.
all night ourselves. All right, we out.